freeholders. My name is George Caslins. I'm from Rahway. I'd like to speak on behalf of the park and the improvements to it. I live right across the street from the park, and I am a frequent user of the park. I take my godson there to teach him soccer as he had the World Cup fever this summer. And when I first heard about the improvements to the park, when I went to Mayor Simon's annual address in the beginning of the year, I was very excited to hear that the park's going to be improved because, as the chairman said, it does really need some improvements. And it is my understanding that the park, the new improvements are going to be built on the same footprint as of where the current field is. So I just wanted to really thank you, freeholders, for helping us improve that. And I will make sure that it does, as you said, it is being used quite often. I use it quite often, and I will continue to use the park. So I really wanted to say thank you, and that we appreciate it, me and my godson and all of us who will make good use of it. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Tom Lewis. I live in Clark. I'm also the athletic director at Rahway High School, the Rahway Schools. I'm also the Union County Interscholastic Director for the 25 schools in Union County High Schools. I first want to say, I want to thank the freeholders and Mr. Fiala for the things that they are doing currently in the city of Rahway with the Madison School project, as well as the Madison Field, which is across from Rahway Robert Wood Hospital and middle school. Rahway is the only, and I shouldn't say that because I believe Hillside as well, does not have a turf field because most of our athletic fields are in flood zones. We have an enormous problem in the city of Rahway with that. But I do believe the concern in the third ward of Clark is a legitimate concern. I think both mayors should work slowly and diligently putting this project together, that no one or anything is impeded to hurt. But as far as the student athletes, this is a dire need for the city of Rahway to improve the Madison fields. That Mr. Fiala has received some of my phone calls to help, and just minor concerns that we have had. That when you see the student body, 25 schools coming in to play on those fields, it's pretty pathetic. As far as going back to the park project, I do believe there is concern. I think they have to work through them. I think both mayors and both councils should work, like I said, slowly and diligently. But it should never impede the sentiment of all the things that the freeholders are doing and taking in concern of a city that is in need for our so-called students. And I say this because we played rarely today. We have Scotch Plains, different teams, Westville. It's not fair for anyone to play on these facilities. I mean, you're talking about student athletes that are coming in. And I do know that the big concern is the traffic. You know, I heard 5,000. I think that's a bit much. I mean, I know it was on a website. I didn't know that until a week ago. I certainly talked to Mayor Bonacorso. I have talked to Mayor Simon. They have to work together. The councils have to work together. The residents of Clark are very concerned. The park is a facility that we're talking about. I just want to say, you know, I thank everybody, and I do hope that we do it in a due process where we walk away and we're all satisfied. That we don't have people standing and running around condemning it, because it's about student athletes. It's about schools that all share each other's fields. And everyone here lives in the town, and most of it's Union County, and you people understand that you can look at Williams Field and Elizabeth. You can go to Plainfield, and these are beautiful facilities. I mean, so to me, I just think we're looking for equity, we're looking for fairness, and we want everyone on the side of Clark and Rahway to be fair and balanced. And I do understand the third ward concerns in Clark, I do. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody understands the plight of these projects, and I'm excited about it. If you go to Madison School on Madison Avenue, and you see the project, how it's developing, it's beautiful. It's going from an eyesore to beautification. And to me, that's part of what the freeholders have done for that particular school. When you see those kids come out, and in 2 months, I believe the project will be completed. I'm concerned about that, but I do have those concerns from both sides, and I just want to have fairness and be happy. And I'm going to conclude by thanking the freeholders at looking at those situations and try to make it better for all of us. Thank you.
Good evening, freeholders, Chairman Hudak. My name is Peter Coyle. I live in Rahway, New Jersey. I'm the president of the Rahway Board of Education. I'm here tonight to commend you people for putting together this project in Rahway. I really believe this isn't a political issue. This is about our kids. Our kids play on Veterans Memorial Field. It's one of the oldest fields in Union County. It's one of only 2 third fields in Union County. We play on a federal floodplain. This last year, we played 3 of our home games in Clark, our neighbors. We saw Corso, Tom Lewis. We were able to move the games because of the conditions of our field. One Friday afternoon, we had 2.5 foot of water on the field. That puts mud on the field, that puts mold on the field. Our kids should have to play in those conditions. I think this is a great project you guys are putting through. I'm 100% behind it. The city of Rahway is excited for it. The athletes are excited for it, and I hope that you can, put together a joint meeting with the boards of education, maybe the city councils. Mayor Bonner, of course, is not here today to tell you that the field is in the best interest of the park. There's a small group. There's always going to be a group that's going to say no to something's good. You're seeing it in your entire meeting. I just hope that this doesn't slow you people down. Let's go forward. Let's give the Rahway kids what the Rahway kids deserve. Just like the Cranford kids have a lit field, Park has a lit field, Linden has a lit field, Plainfield has a lit field. It's time now for us to move forward. If anything, we're really past the time. So I want to commend you in spending our Rahway County tax dollars on our kids. And that's something that's, as I'm 27 years on the Rahway Board of Education. And I really think it's time now for you to spend money on our kids. Give us a field so we don't have to go to our neighbors and play when we get a rainstorm. Thank you very much.
Good evening, Chief Chairman, Chairman Howard. Realize in support of our multi-purpose facility at Rahway Park. For the need of our children. They need a world-class facility. They need to be made to feel like they are part of the care and concern of the city. And this project here, I think, would be a great benefit to all of Rahway, to all of Union County, to all those who use the facility. It's well past the time. It's well documented how our field is in Rahway, and this would be a great event for the community. When it was announced, a great environment, feeling that people were responding to the need of our children. And you can see that our children have too much time, usually ends up in trouble. If you have a world-class facility, you have a better opportunity to make the best, they can reach their potential and can become much better productive men and women in our society. Thank you very much for your time.
Chairman, I'm sorry, excuse me, Chairman?
Yes.
I just didn't mention the name.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, you have to say your name.
Guy Ewing. Yes, sir, from Rahway.